Hi all. For those of you that are interested in VR gaming, I thought I'd give you a quick first thoughts on this brand new game called Aces of Thunder that I'm playing in a PSVR 2 headset connected to my PS5, and I love this game. I've been like nerding out over it, how much authenticity and attention to detail they put into this game. And also, let me switch to my pass-through view. And so anyway, back to the flights. So USA, you can see I've got the deluxe edition, so I've unlocked all the currently available planes. Here's several US version fighters, World War II era. Here's 4 available German World War II era fighters you could fly. 4 Russian fighters, 6 British, 4 Japanese. This one happens to be the Japanese Raiden, which is a fantastic plane. And 2 World War I German fighters, and 2 Allied World War I fighters. So what I'm about to do is this one here, which is I guess called, I'm not very familiar with this one, other than it's called the King Cobra, a very kind of streamlined plane. And what I'm about to do is this mission, not that mission, sorry, back, game mode, single mission Jungle Cobra. So this has me flying over Hawaii. Pearl Harbor is down here, but I'll be flying with Pearl Harbor to my tail. I'll be flying along this line through a very mountainous jungle region, heading towards the opposite side of the island, towards Kahana Bay, at which point I'll swing back around and come out. So with that said, let's try it out. Here's my throttle. I put that back to about 80%. And that's maybe a bit much. And these waypoints, you don't have to hit them exactly. As long as you're reasonably close, they count. And for this particular mission, it's low. Lots of twists and turns, so I find it better to works pretty well if I just keep it at about 80%. And I have my flaps fully retracted. I've tried it with flaps extended, and that works for this part. But if you try them in some of the other harder sections, they'll break right off. Okay, I'm gonna come up over a crest, then it's gonna bank left, followed by a right. And this game is getting some negative reviews because of its steep learning curve. It just throws you on the plane and does not give you any sort of flying instruction. It just says, here's a plane, take off and good luck. Hope you don't die. Okay, so I'm coming over a crest, and now we're going down into a bit of a ravine. And again, I don't have to hit that exactly. I'm close enough. Hard bank right. Hard bank left. Around, another right. And the flat screen video that this is going to save does not do justice to what this actually feels like in VR. Okay, now I'm going to up the gas just a little bit, climbing over another crest. And now we're down into a big ravine. So we've got bank just a little bit left so I can hit that next 2. Come back right, steep downward drop. Okay, give it some more gas. Now we got a hard right up to the peak here. Okay, and again I'm leaving off the gas. And then here I found it's best to just kind of a half a roll to hit that one. Okay, now back on the gas again. We're going to be following up this ridge line, and I've obviously practiced this a few times, so I know the route pretty much by heart at this point. And, oh, come on, make sure I hit that one. Okay, close enough. Okay, now off the gas all the way, because now we're heading almost straight down, so I'm pretty much just coasting. And down. bank left. No, sorry, right. I can't talk and engage my brain at the same time. Okay, hit that one. I've got a hard bank left. And another hard bank left, and the final waypoint coming up.
Objective complete.
And mission done. So there you have a very quick intro to it, and it's just so much fun. Okay, now for just a little bit different view, let me actually take the P-51 Mustang, and I'll actually take off on with this one. So if you're doing a test flight like this, you take off from the ground. I can interact like here's my flaps and grab onto that. You can see it lowering my flaps. Pull up, raising my flaps. This is my throttle. And if I turn off, I've got it set to auto trim turned on, which helps with some of this finer trim adjustments that I don't really understand or am familiar with, like the rudder and pitch and yaw and stuff like that. So it will. I just leave auto trim on for those. But if you turn that off, then you could also grab and adjust like these three dials here. And there is a lever down here for my landing gears. Unfortunately, it's always behind this mission map, which you can't move or get out of the way. So in order to actually operate that, I've got to look way down, which is obviously not great if I'm trying to fly a plane. So I just use my buttons. I have buttons mapped to do that. So anyway, let's take off. So grab a hold of the yoke, throttle to about 70%. And I've got vibration enabled in the game. It isn't by default, so you have to turn it on. Okay, now I'm going to increase the throttle. No, see? There you go. And see? That's what happens if you don't pay attention. I was not paying attention and did not pull back on the yoke soon enough and ended up face planting. Now if I just wait until this resets, it'll put me back at the start. Or I may just kind of do that just so you don't have to sit and wait. Okay, this time more flying, less talking. Throttle up. Now I can't really see much ahead of me because the nose is still pointed up. Okay, nose is coming down, so throttle back a little bit. No, still not enough. Okay, fail number 2. Alright, let's see if try number 3 is the charm. So as I said, this game does have a steep learning curve. It's very punishing for any little mistake. And you notice all the gauges work. Okay, the nose is coming up. The vibration's stopping. We're up, but okay, now I'm going to try and retract my landing gear, which is always awkward. And I don't know if you can hear the noise, but you can hear the sound of the landing gear going down. And landing gear is now up. Sorry, I said landing gear going down. Landing gear going up. Okay, so I'm going full throttle. Speed 230 miles an hour. Altitude about 700 feet. I'm going to try and get behind these two planes here. just so you can see what it looks like when you're up close and personal with other aircraft. And there's Pearl Harbor that way. Yeah, they're above me. Where are they? Oh, now they're off that way below me. There they are. And where's the landing strip? Yeah, I'm way at a bad angle for the landing strip over there. If you're interested to stick around long enough to see whether I can successfully land this, why not? Let's find out. Landing is not easy in this game. Flaps. Okay, I'm just basically looping around so I can get a better angle at the landing strip. Yeah, it's still terrible. So I'm going to try flying over, maybe approaching from the other side. Okay, what's my speed? Speed is still about 300, so I don't want to deploy flaps just yet. If you deploy flaps too fast, they'll rip right off. Okay, so now I'm pretty much idling. I don't know if you can hear this, my phone alarm going off in the distance. Okay, speed still up above 200. Alright, let me try deploying my flaps here. Alright, game's not complaining. Okay, I got throttle full back. And try not to crash into the water while I lower my landing gear to do the stupid mission board. No, it still doesn't lie. Yeah, I don't think this isn't gonna work. Come on, throttle back, brakes. No, I bounced up. Okay, retract these flaps. Okay, flaps up. Ah, shit. Okay, there you go. So I almost crashed trying to pull up my landing gear. But I didn't manage to land, but you kind of got a feel for what it's like. So I highly recommend this game. I love it. And hope you enjoyed this quick review. Peace.